The jet engine single-handedly changed how people travel, how wars were fought, and even how we think about the size of the world. Before the jet engine, airplanes were limited by the speed and efficiency of propellers. After it, planes could soar faster, higher, and farther than ever before. The jet engine opened the skies to the modern age. The first practical jet engine was tested on April 12, 1937, in Britain when Frank Whittle and his small team managed to run their engine successfully on the ground. 2 years later, on August 27, 1939, the German aircraft, the Heinkel He-178, became the first airplane to actually fly using jet power. These two events, the 1937 ground test and the 1939 flight, marked the birth of the jet age. Two men, working in different countries, get the credit. In Britain, Frank Whittle, a young Royal Air Force officer, believed that propellers had reached their limits and that a new kind of engine was needed. He patented his idea for a jet engine design and later formed Power Jets Limited to build it. In Germany, Hans von Ohain, with the support of aircraft manufacturer Ernst Heinkel, was working on the same concept. Although they worked separately, both Whittle and von Ohain are remembered as the fathers of the jet engine. So what makes the jet engine different? A simple diagram of a jet engine helps explain it. Air is pulled in at the front, squeezed tighter using a compressor, mixed with fuel, and then ignited. The hot gases shoot out the back at high speed, and that force pushes the plane forward. Unlike propellers, which slow down at high speeds, jet engines perform better the faster they go. This is why jets can reach speeds and altitudes that propeller planes could never achieve. When these flights happened, very few people knew about them. In Germany, the He-178's test flight photo was kept secret because it happened just days before World War II began. In Britain, Whittle's work was also classified. There were no newspaper headlines or big celebrations. The world only learned about jet engines when they began to appear in combat, years later. It's important to remember what was happening in the world at the time. The World War II photo shows a tense era. Germany was preparing for war, and Britain was racing to keep up. Aviation was advancing quickly, but most of it was focused on military needs. The fact that the first jet flights happened right before and during World War II shaped how the technology was used. Instead of being seen first as a tool for commercial travel, the jet engine was born as a weapon of war. The jet engine was only possible because of earlier scientific progress. In the 1920s, engineer A. Griffith discovered that compressor blades, shaped like tiny wings, could make engines much more efficient. Advances in metallurgy allowed engineers to build parts that could survive the extreme heat inside the engine. Aerodynamic wind tunnel experiments explained how to manage airflow at high speeds. Even improvements in aviation fuel played a role. The work of Whittle and von Ohain built on all of these earlier discoveries. The jet engine completely transformed aviation. By the end of World War II, jet fighters were already flying faster than any propeller aircraft. Germany's Messerschmitt Me-262 and Britain's Gloucester Meteor were the first combat jets, and they set the stage for a new era of aerial warfare. In the years after the war, jets quickly became the standard for passenger travel. They made it possible to cross oceans by airliner in hours rather than days. Supersonic jets, like the Concorde, showed that planes could even fly faster than the speed of sound. Military jets like the State Route 71 Blackbird pushed the limits even further, flying higher and faster than anyone thought possible. Today, every commercial airliner and modern fighter jet still uses the same basic principles first proven in the 1930s. The story of the jet engine is more than just a story about machines. It's about vision, persistence, and human creativity. Frank Whittle and Hans von Ohain, though working separately and in different countries, shared the same dream. Their success launched a revolution in travel, technology, and global connection. The first jet engines were created in secrecy during a time of war, but their true legacy has been to bring the world closer together.